welcome to the inaugural session of the Gods of A. We are doing a horror campaign using Cypher System, but putting a bit of a twist on it. We are using half the party is using the mechanics from Old Gods of Appalachia. Half of the party, if you want to wave. Hello. Half the party is using the mechanics from the Magnus Archives. Don't wave. If we want to do some quick introductions before diving in, I did not think this part through. But my name is Shane Zello. I recently worked as an intern with Monty Cook Games, who designed these lovely games, and I will be your GM. Let's see, we going around the circle. We have my lovely partner, the one, the only, the Miss Crafty Pants herself, and Floor Goblin.
Oh, I am Kathy Steele, resident Floor Goblin.
Then we have, next on the list, one of my favorite players from the very first game I ever GM'd.
Is that me?
Is that
me? Hi, I'm Alex Bryan. I play Beatrice Larkin in this game, and I'm here to just make the DM's job miserable.
You know, you're here to make me miserable. The dice are here to make you miserable.
Here we go.
Was I supposed to say who I am? I'm Sybil.
Then, circling around, we have the newest person poached from another GM's game, the lovely, the voted most likely to touch something she was explicitly told not to touch by every NPC along the way. We have...
Hi, I'm Jenny Leal. I'm going to be playing Birdie. I almost said Beatrice because I was like, oh, it's a B name. I remember that much.
It's going to be a problem.
And last, possibly least.
And least.
My partner in crime.
We used to party once.
The one, the only. The man I had asked to officiate my wedding with this one before COVID shut everything down. The bearded wonder himself.
Chapman White playing Stanford Reigns. Calling in from the far reaches of the universe here.
2 time zones.
New England.
Now that all of our one viewer has tuned out, shall we dive in to the Gods of A?
Oh Lord, town's in trouble, but the last time you called, the line went dead. Deep in those canyons, deep the shadows, foster where the angels fear the land. Send a posse out, deputized professional, practiced and rehearsed. Wander in those hills too long, you don't come back the same. You've grown a stranger, stranger still than when you left. Oh Lord, seems that folks are disappearing, replaced by those who wear them like a mask. Canyon mouths are growing, getting deeper. The shining eyes have got them from their depths. He sent our posse out, deputized professionals, well practiced and researched. They wandered in the hills too long. They came back home, but came back wrong. We had to tell the papers they got lost. Oh Lord, seems to me I'm being followed. I can feel it getting closer, man in gray. I know it
All art is trying to answer one question. What does it mean to be human? To be human carries power, and therefore art carries power as well. Art bleeds. It bleeds from one world to the next, shaping reality as it goes, spreading from person to person like ink in water. But what does that question matter in a universe filled with gods or a world crawling with monsters? What even is the difference? If you look back far enough, gods and monsters, they're the same. They both reveal and they both warn. And if there is a difference, it's this. Gods define boundaries, and monsters break them. So the real question you should be asking yourself is this. Which side of the boundary are you on? That's why this episode of the Madness Beckons podcast is sponsored by NordVPN. We open on a car, listening to a local podcast as it drives through the mountains of southwest Utah. They're heading toward a place called Monument Peak. In the car are two women, but we'll get to them in a minute. They're here to investigate a mystery. Let's jump back to an earlier strand of this tangled web. Everybody, you are not yourselves. We are a group of friends, hanging out, being pals, doing bud stuff.
Doing butt stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. That's 100% what I meant. Yes, and we're a group of friends. We are joined together, bit of a reunion. Don't get to hang out very much in today's world. We are out hiking. Also, in southwestern Utah, in the mountains. We are camping, in fact. It is night, and we are camped beneath a 100-foot monolith rising precariously into the dark, unbroken expanse of the night sky. The nearby creek continues to burble in the blackness beyond your campfire. There is no one around for miles in any direction. We are completely alone. One of the friend circle has a suggestion, and he says, "Hey guys, I have a game that I think would be perfect for tonight. You guys ever heard of it? It's called, What Is It That Lies Beyond the Immenseness of the Dark?"
No, but it sounds pretty spooky, pretty fitting.
Oh, don't patronize me.
Real-time interaction between Shane and friends at a campfire.
Yeah. That's what this is getting everybody together to be mean to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeet.
Does everybody want to play?
Sure.
All right.
Not sure, what the hell?
Don't leave any, like, long-lasting trauma, right?
Yes, it will.
Okay, great, I'm in.
Absolutely.
That's a little more.
Okay. So, I mean, the way the way the game works is we create a horror together. And I thought that would be ooky spooky fun. First card to get pulled. The starter card reads, "What peculiar ability does the horror have?" And he looks around this circle of friends, and he declares, after a moment of thought, the peculiar ability the horror has, is it heralds the hollow.
What does that mean?
Well, you get to help figure that out. Herald's the hollow.
No, Herald's the hollow. I mean, can't just let a hollow gun herald it.
So, Jenny.
Yeah.
It is your turn. Your character, your stand-in at the start of this horror game, pulls a card. I need you to flip a coin.
Tails.
Tails?
Yep.
Interesting. So, the peculiar ability the horror has is it heralds the hollow. Your question is, what does the horror do to their victims once they have no use for them? What does the Herald of the Hollow do to their victims once they have no use for them?
Gets in the name. It hollows them. They just start to go right from the inside. You can't even tell something's wrong until the end when they just collapse. Empty.
Horrifying.
I love it. That's so good. Okay. Next up, we have Chapman. Flip a coin. Also, this is collaborative. Like, if anybody has ideas, they can hop in. We can chat about it. You know, it's collaborative storytelling.
Tails.
Tails. Which of the horror, the Herald of the Hollow, which of the horror's 5 senses stand out? Does it have a 6th sense?
Interesting. I think a little of column A, little of column B here. I think the Herald of the Hollow sees quite well. In fact, it sees well enough that it can see through some things.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be able to detect things from long range.
So, if we go with what Jenny said about it hollows you, can it see that hollowing?
Oh, absolutely. That's why it's doing it.
Okay.
No fun unless you can see what's going on, you know.
So is it... Can I pitch an idea?
Go for it.
Is it just physical and literal, or is there a metaphorical angle to this as well?
Oh, absolutely metaphorical. Yeah. Sees right through you, brother.
Sees right through you, brother.
You can find people who are already mostly hollow. Half the job's done for it if, you're mostly empty inside already.
We're already mostly hollow.
Oof. Okay. Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Flip a coin.
Heads.
How does the horror, the Herald of the Hollow, move around?
Definitely a hoverboard would be my input.
Yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say rascal scooter, but I didn't want to ruin the vibe.
It's got a one wheel, it's fine. I feel like probably from hollow space to hollow space, like the hollow of a tree, or like a weird hole in a wall, or not that the creature is small, but like
Flexible.
yeah.
Abandoned buildings, perhaps.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hollow people?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Alex.
That'll be a Tails.
Ooh. Why did the horror, the Herald of the Hollow, decide to be known amongst only a chosen few?
Oh, because those will also be their heralds and champions to the ultimate end, I think.
Perhaps like recognizes like.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, thus brings us to the conclusion of our first round of what is it that lies beyond the immenseness of the dark. By it now, we are going to leave this group of friends for a moment, for a little while. We'll check back in with them before things are over. In the town of Monument Peak, the rental car pulls up in front of an old hotel, 2 stories tall, white, and it's got that weight of age. It says out in the front, Old Grand Hotel, in very kind of Walt Disney animation era font. And as the car pulls up, we see 2 women step out. One of them very clearly has somewhere else they would like to be. Because, Sybil, you have been in the car with Bernie for 316 miles, and you have been contemplating throwing yourself out of the moving car for the last 300.
Uh-huh. Absolutely, I have.
And so you see an opportunity as you get out, because obviously the room at the hotel needs to be taken care of, but that's no reason. You don't need to be there for that. You can just begin the investigation.
I think I would like to drop off my bags in my room and then be as far away from Bernie as I can.
Okay. Bernie, what fun road trip game did Bernie insist on playing for the last 300 miles?
And it's gotta be I Spy. It got sort of hard once we got into the desert and it was sort of just orangish rocks everywhere, but she was able to really mix it up because she found a yellowish rock at one point, and Sybil didn't see it.
Because I was focused on driving. Can't play I Spy when I'm driving.
But if you're driving, you need to be observing the scenery to make sure that we're not going to hit anything.
Yeah. Mostly the cars on the road, not the rocks on the hills.
I spy a car with only one headlight.
I also spy them as I'm passing them.
She's so good at this.
And before we move on too far, what do Bernie and Sybil look like?
Sybil is about 30. She's very meticulous and like very corporate goth. Like, she is within the dress code, but only just. She is like the letter of the law, and she is the reason that the employee handbook has been changed many, many times. Malicious compliance. That's not fun for anyone else. So, sweater vest, a lot of what you're seeing right now. Yeah.
Very cool.
She's mid-20s, a bit scruffy. She's clearly attempting to make an effort at dressing more professionally, but she's got the buttons on her shirt done up one off, and there's a big mustard stain on the collar. And you can tell that she kind of just picked these out at Goodwill and didn't pay any attention to if the colors or patterns or anything went together. But a token effort has been made.
Has Bernie also influenced the employee handbook but for entirely unintentional reasons?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Very good. Very good. And for Bernie, I mean, you've arrived in this town. It's a tourist town. Obviously, you guys are on a case, but, like, it's a tourist town. You've heard that there's, you see some signage indicating a festival is going to start in about a week. A horror festival?
Oh my god.
Like,
Sybil! We should go.
We're here for work. We're not gonna have a lot of downtime to go watch a horror movie.
I mean, but we're investigating a horror. We gotta gather information, right? That's where people are gonna be.
I don't think they're showing documentaries. I don't think we'll get any information that's useful to the investigation by going and watching a horror movie.
There'll be popcorn. We need to eat to keep our strength up.
While I do love popcorn, it is not high calorie.
And Bernie pulls out a little notebook and she writes, likes popcorn on one row and then tucks it back into her pocket.
oh, my heart. So, you guys both go into the hotel room?
Love to check in.
Love to check in. All right. So there is... It's a very, again, classic, vintage. This hotel is probably a century old. And there's a very maximalist Gen Zer behind the counter scrolling through TikTok. For Sybil, this is probably the best interaction possible. They do not talk to you. Beyond what is absolutely necessary. Bernie, you could probably make friends with this person if you try long enough. You can do it.
Everyone breaks eventually.
Motto am I hearing?
Yep. Horrifying. You are in room 216. You walk into this room. I mean, question I gotta ask. Because Bernie did the arranging. 2 beds, 1 bed. What are we working with here?
Ooh, 2 beds. Bernie tosses in her sleep and she knows it.
Okay.
That would be too cruel.
Okay.
She'd be friends with Sybil. She doesn't want to get actually murdered by Sybil.
From Sybil's perspective, though, 1 bed would have been cheaper. You gotta save money, right?
We have a limited stipend from the Institute.
Oh, well, if she said that when Bernie was booking, there is 1 bed.
I don't know if I said it when you were booking.
I'm assuming...
I'm avoiding all interaction with you if possible, so I'm sure you booked 2 beds.
I'm assuming this is the thought that goes through Sybil's head when she sees the room with 2 beds. The room has very vintage decor, and does give you an immediate sense of being transported back in time. For anyone who checks, the beds are very comfortable. For anybody who also checks, the bathroom is very outdated. Old furnishings, and the tub looks kind of worn out, and the fan makes a lot of noise. And you can kind of hear noise through the walls, and also the room is kind of small and cramped, but it's got, you know, it's got that the allure of history, historic charm,
or as some would call it, a lingering smell of cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
What is on the docket for our 2 intrepid investigators?
Do we have a general, idea of where we should, start looking?
Well, it depends on what you are looking for. Sybil, maybe you pull out the newspaper clipping that was left on your desk under a rubber duck used as a paperweight for some reason. This newspaper clipping was left on your desk on the 1st. This newspaper clipping is obviously from today. And on the back is scribbled like a name. It says Rain? So presumably it's the more communications from that fucking local crazy guy who won't stop sending you messages in code.
Are the notes from him handwritten or typed or cut out from magazines?
Or style letters.
Every possible format.
Okay.
Every CD, cassette tape, an 8-track one time, handwritten, like ransom note style, clipped with little letters out of newspapers and such.
I would like to imagine at least one time a custom pressed vinyl.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He's gone through a calligraphy phase. Those are probably the least legible.
Would I be able to tell if the name written on the back is in his handwriting?
Give me an intellect roll.
Aye.
First roll of the campaign.
Ooh.
No pressure.
15.
15. It is similar. There's some of those unique flourishes that you recognize. But it's also a little different. There's also not a lot to, like, work with. So... Probably?
Alright. I would want to try and find out where Stan is and try to speak to him.
So, Stan is... All of the communications to you guys come from one place. It is the Aspasia Salon and Coffee House, which is only about a block and a half from the hotel.
I would want to head there then.
Okay. Now, as you guys are setting out, Bernie. Now, obviously, work is important, but, like, there is this festival. And, I mean, this could be an opportunity to maybe learn a little bit about... Do some research on the ground. Learn about the town. Figure out what kind of fun things two gal pals could get up to at this horror festival as a surprise that said gal pal just doesn't know she's excited for yet.
Place with the best popcorn.
The place with the best popcorn. So I don't know. If an opportunity presents itself to step away, you'd probably rather do it now before things get weird, because these cases always get weird. At least that's what you assume, because you've probably... I don't think Bernie has ever been in the field before, so she just kind of assumes that this is going to go crazy and tits up.
Oh, she's been researching. She has rewatched all of Scooby-Doo. She's reread all of the Hardy Boys books and the Nancy Drew books, and she is ready and roaring to go. She knows things are going to get weird, but yeah, now's probably a chill time. They'll amping things up into like the later chapters or the end of the episode. It's like right now everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Also, you're investigator, everybody.
Yeah.
No mention of the X-Files on a paranormal expedition. I have limited faith.
but also the only person who will tolerate decoding Stan's messages. So,
Fair.
as you guys step out of the hotel, you are on the corner of the town square. In the center is a tall 3-story domed ceiling town hall with kind of stained glass windows around a big field of grass and trees, and then around the outer edge there are a lot of people. There's a lot of kind of buzzing energy as they're putting up banners and kind of preparing for this upcoming horror festival. It's the 3rd annual Madness Beckons Horror Festival, and it really feels like the town is kind of getting into the spirit of it. Yeah, there are just a bunch of people about, and Bernie, you see a bunch of booths already being set up. It's early, but you can kind of see people starting to claim spaces and, prepare. Sybil, I'm not sure you notice any of this.
Yeah, I have one goal in mind.
Mm-hmm. So if Bernie stepped away, would Sybil even notice?
I think Sybil would notice, but I don't think she'd really care.
Savage.
To make sure that Sybil's not going to worry, she's going to go, oh, hey, Sybil, I forgot something back in the room. I will catch up with you in a minute. And then she's going to duck back and, kind of crouch behind a bush and then, let Sybil go another, 5 feet. And then she's going to walk over to the people hanging the banners.
I need 2 rolls.
Uh-huh.
I need a deception roll, and then a stealth roll, and Sybil, I'll let you roll twice for intellect to see if you perceive.
Okay.
So we'll do the deception first. 15.
I got a 17.
She's lying.
7 for stealth.
13.
She is hiding in a bush.
Alright, okay. I'm going to the coffee shop.
Do you just say it to the bush?
Yeah.
That worked so well.
It's,
She's suspected thing.
I'm imagining Sybil is thinking to herself, this is who Rivian assigned to me. This is who the higher ups were like, this is your partner.
This is the dream team for investigation. Alright.
Barney hears that as she goes, and she's like, yes. Great team.
Okay. So, Sybil, you step into, or around the corner, and you see about a block away is the Aspasia Salon and Coffee House. It is an Episcopal church. Looks like it was built in the early part of the 20th century, and the sign has been erected above the door. The very humble architecture clashes just mightily with this very pretentious name.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to imagine how Stanford Rain, based on the messages that you've gotten at the Eidolon Institute, what nightmare he's created here.
Mm-hmm.
As you step inside, it is a coffee house. All the pews have been removed and replaced with tables, and it's got an immediate cozy vibe. Just... even Sybil feels like she could relax here. And the coffee, it smells pretty good. Nice vibe, nice energy, light music. There are a lot of people around, kind of a bit of a buzz of conversation. And you see 2 women working behind the counter.
I think Sybil would go up and order just a black coffee. And ask... It's going to sound like a weird question, but where would I find Stan Rain?
I have a question.
Yes.
For Stan. Remind me what Stan looks like. The only detail I remember is you told me that he looks like a guy who doesn't realize that he peaked in high school.
Correct. Do you want the full description? It's pretty short.
Throw me just a couple of details.
All right, yeah, you're absolutely right. He looks like a guy who has yet to realize that he peaked in high school. He's got kind of a scruffy-looking beard. It looks like he was probably, at one point, in decent shape, but now he's got kind of... He's got the desk job punch going on. Frequently, always seen with his high-vis ball cap, always seen with a pack of Marlboros out of the work shirt pocket. Stains, I mean, he's got oil-stained pants, coffee-stained shirts, nicotine-stained gloves, just general kind of scruffiness. Almost always seen wearing a t-shirt of some long-forgotten public event in town, some fun run or something that he almost certainly didn't participate in.
Okay. So you are not looking at Stan, Sybil.
Mm-hmm.
The woman who turns to you, looks like a woman. She's a bit older. She looks like she's in her early 40s, but she looks like she's put in effort to kind of. She's just taking care of herself. You get that kind of, I hate to say it, but California vibe, healthy eating, and a coffee addiction that could kill a moose. You ask about Stan Rains, and this woman looks at you and goes, why are you looking for my brother?
Oh, your brother.
Uh-huh.
Well, I work at the Eidolon Institute, and we've received correspondence from him, and I was looking to ask him about some of those correspondence.
When you mentioned the Eidolon Institute, you could just see something leave her. She never stops working, by the way. Sybil kind of has to follow this woman around as she buzzes from, like, refilling coffee, and you're, like, slowly realizing that this is the proprietor, but, I guess the best way to put it is, she never lets work interrupt a good conversation, but she also never lets good conversation get in the way of hard work. And so she's kind of going around interspersed, saying hello to people, getting things. You know, people, just... Look, he's impressionable, all right? Like, he takes this stuff very seriously.
As do I. I am doing my job.
Yeah, great. Okay, so you're, oh, fuck, another true believer. Great. It's not just a paycheck.
I'm sorry?
You believe in all that?
I'm just doing my job. I'm here to ask him some questions.
I'm assuming it's not about, town events and stuff. It's probably about ookies and spookies.
I'm just gonna stare at her. Where can I find him?
I sent him to the Stillwaters bar. He's doing some work for the festival.
Alright.
A thing that actually helps this town.
So he's at this bar currently?
He should be.
Alright. Thank you very much. The coffee is very good, and I'll leave.
Come back anytime. I will say, I loved that you introduced yourself as from the Eidolon Institute. So take an XP and give an XP to somebody else.
I'm gonna give it to Chapman.
Okay.
Because it was about Stan.
Hey.
Yeah. All right. So, Sybil, you step back out into the light with your coffee to go. It is very good. And we are going to step back for a moment to a little while before, where 5 friends gather out in the woods, playing a game. Who called that I would lose the deck of cards? Who?
I mean, I didn't believe it'd help you be organized, but you did say you would lose it.
Not that deck of cards, this deck of cards. Okay.
On your bingo.
And that's heads. What? Oh. What does the horror, the Herald of the Hollow, like to leave behind to let others know it was them?
Besides hollowed out people?
I think, if anybody thinks of a way to kind of jump on this, I think holes. Holes in the space. My brain is caught halfway between, what is it, trypophobia? And straight up Silent Hill 2, there was a hole here, it's gone now. So yeah, I think it leaves holes. Not, trypophobia maybe, but just straight up, I imagine it leaves at least one, if not more, holes that are large enough for a person to reach their arm into, if they were so inclined to do so.
Are they just on the or are they everywhere on the body?
Not on the body, in the space around. Yeah, what does it leave behind to let others know it was them? It just leaves holes in the space.
Can I piggyback that a little?
Go for it.
There's a phrase in my head that it leaves nothing behind. Not nothing as in nothing, but capital N, nothing.
Yes.
Love that.
Amazing. Whew. All right, that brings us to Jenny. Flip me a coin.
Tails.
Tails. Okay. What does the horror, the Herald of the Hollow, do to their prey after confronting it?
Once it's heralding the hollow, it's making things hollow. So it's slowly taking away their memories and their experiences and their values in life. Not in a super sudden manner, but these things are just slipping away the longer it plays with them.
Okay. Chapman.
Wait. We got heads.
How does the horror use darkness to its advantage?
I think darkness less in a traditional sense, but it shows up in one's darkest moments. When you are emptiest is when it appears for you. It doesn't show up to people who have too much to consume. You have to have done that job mostly yourself.
Mm-hmm. I almost like this idea of, like, trailing darkness. a person trailing darkness in their wake and like this thing following almost in.
Yeah. It waits for moments of grief or desperation.
Yeah.
Then just sort of pulls at you.
Okay. Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
Flip a coin, any coin.
Tails.
What does the horror do to lure its prey?
I feel like if it's taking away from people, and is waiting for these like darkest, lowest moments, it somehow using those memories or those things it's taken as like bait. Like, I sort of remember this thing, and that over there is reminding me of it. I'm gonna go investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Siren song kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like you've forgotten the face of this person, but you can maybe still remember faintly what their voice sounds like, and you think it's coming from that corner.
Yeah.
Now, Alex. Flip me a coin.
Tails as well.
What does the horror's face look like?
Oh, I think it is ever changing, ever evolving. I think it reflects more on the person that it's hunting. I'm thinking like, yeah, it like uses the memories of the person that it's going for and changes its face to mirror like the most damaging, most impactful face to gain that person's conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That brings us to the end of our second round. I am taking the cards. I am putting them on my right.
And they're gone.
And
They fell into the hole.
oh no.
This is the real fucking monster, is it hides under car seats and takes your sunglasses.
Hey, I saw that movie.
Hey! Did Nick make you watch it?
Oh,
Yes, and I loved every minute of it. That was one of the best Nick picks.
It was good. Yeah. I'll get behind that. Wrist Cutters, for a love story for anybody who's curious. Stepping back, we are at the Still Waters Bar, which is the platonic ideal. You walk into this bar, and you've been in this bar, even if this is your first bar. It is home. Unfortunately, Stan, take an XP.
Ooh.
Give an XP to somebody else.
Jenny, take one.
Okay. Stan, you are speaking to a man with slightly more receded hair, slightly more paunch, and a slightly wilder beard. If you didn't realize you peaked in high school, this man does... You're not sure this man ever peaked.
Mm-hmm.
Now, God damn it, Stanford Rain. Now, I know for a fact that the Boogles are out there. It's
The
like,
Boogles. The Boogles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
not goddamn, you keep telling them there's a witch in the well, and there ain't no goddamn witch in the well. You know the witch is up in the fucking cabin. You lying sack of shit. I refuse to go on your show until you apologize for telling everyone that the aliens are up there. There's two races. No, there's three races. Two here to protect, two to here to destroy us, and one's here to protect us. And you don't want them to...
Okay. Let's we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause right there, real quick. Okay, all right. I'm with you on the alien races. You're misinterpreting the purpose. All right. It's not. Nothing is sent here to destroy us. Okay. Nothing is sent here. Things are sent here. They're sent here They're not even fucking standing here. They travel just like us. You know, we're a stopgap. We're a gas station of the universe, okay? You're placing too much importance on just humanity in general.
No.
When it comes to the witch in the well, you're on old information. Listen, I contact these people, all right? I get the call-ins. I understand. That's where she was. Witches move, brother. They're the ones stay put like that.
Brother, you sack of shit.
Ah, God.
The reason they're coming here is because they want what's under the mountains. They want to mine us.
Well, I mean, that part is true. That is true. But your description of like they're coming to destroy us is it's mineralogy. It's symbol mineralogy is what we're getting at here.
It is colonization, I swear to Christ. Stand for rain.
It's not. If they wanted to colonize us, we'd be colonized by now, first off. And they wouldn't start.
How do you know that we're not already colonized? They got the nerve.
Well, we are, but it's in the highest echelons of government. It's not in a small town in Utah, right? They're not looking to colonize a small town in Utah. They're looking to control national level. That's the whole purpose here. They've infiltrated. The lizard people aren't walking amongst us. They're walking amongst Congress and Parliament. And that's where they live. That's their home, man. It's not, all I'm saying is we're not perfectly safe. But, like, we're kind of safe. For the moment, we're kind of safe. And quit looking in the damn well.
I don't know at what point Sybil walks in, but she immediately regrets going straight into the investigation after getting out of the car.
So, Stan, you have been tasked by your sister, Harriet Aspen Rain, proprietor of the Aspasia Salon and Coffee House, to enlist this gentleman's, whose name is Cactus Knots, help.
Oh, Cactus Knot. All right. I hear what you're saying about the well. Can you help me pass out the flyers? That's the whole reason I hear. Regardless, I mean, look, we can get back into it. You come on the show sometime. We'll hash it out on the show. We'll do a full. I mean, you want to debunk me? You can do a full debunking. All right. I love being debunked. There's nothing I love more in this world than someone coming on the show and trying to debunk me. But at the moment, we got flyers to pass out, brother. / insert task that we are currently trying to do.
Probably the first time you ever saw Cactus Knots was cutting through the local trailer park, the Soho Spiral trailer park outside of town, and seeing Cactus Knots in a very heated argument with a life-size Mickey Mouse plush.
And from that point forward, we were destined to be frenemies forever.
Yeah. But Cactus Knots is also head of the local neighborhood watch.
Oh no.
And Harriet asked if he would be willing to rally the group to just work security for the upcoming festival.
All right, Cactus. Just hear me out here, okay?
Stan. I'm hearing you. You got spit it out, boy.
Right. Hillary wanted me back. I'm loving this. I'm loving all of this, all right? Come on the show next weekend. We'll do a full interview, all right? No holds barred, no editing, no nothing. No trickery, no nothing, all right?
I can't.
What you got going on? Cactus, you got nothing going on. It's a Saturday, brother.
I got community service, goddammit. Now, if you want me to come on your show, you're gonna have to go talk down to Judge Miller and convince him to let me off of community service. Actually, I'd really do.
Well, hang on. Community radio that could count for some hours, man. That could count for a couple hours. I'll talk to the judge. In return, Hillary wanted me to ask you to run security for the festival. Can we count on you for it? My sister, brother. Harriet. Shit. Sorry, I have my notes wrong on my other page.
So Stan has been partaking of the local brew as well.
Stan just has like 3 shots of moonshine out in front of him and 1 for the bartender. He's just been sort of just sipping on them over the course of the day. Fuck, man, my sister, Harriet, you got me all sorts of turned around. No, just if you can run security, all right, that counts. That counts for hours, man. That's definitely hours. That's community service hours right there. I'll talk to the judge. You come on, we can do a 4-hour interview. That knocks out 4 more hours, huh? We can hash out all this differences. All right, we can stop talking about the well.
I will never.
Eventually,
I will never. Also, if
maybe you can win me over, and then we can both talk about the well.
Also, if you want me working security, I'm gonna need to borrow a gun.
I think this is more of an unarmed security sort of situation.
You never know what kind of boogles, the boogies, they're gonna come out.
I think that. I think the boogles are susceptible to pepper spray. Could you handle pepper spray?
No, I can handle pepper spray. I got a lot of experience.
Okay, all right. We'll set you up with some pepper spray. I'll talk to Harriet about it.
You gotta stand downwind, upwind. Which way you gotta stand? I can never remember.
Well, it depends. Are you in it for a good time?
Sybil, you have stepped into this conversation at some point. How many drinks are? What was it? 3 shots of moonshine, 1 for the bartender who just pours it into a cup of coffee. Actually, it's from the Aspasia Salon and Coffee House. Just pours the shot in and is just kind of
Wednesdays, man.
and toasts to no, it's Saturday. Toasts to Sybil as she comes in. Again, like I said before, this bar, still water, it feels so homey. So familiar, so archetypal of a bar. And you get to watch as much of that conversation as you'd like.
I think Sybil is desperately hoping that Cactus Knots will leave at some point. But I do think at some point she realizes that's not going to happen without intervention.
Mm-hmm.
I think she'll try and wait for, like, a calmer moment to approach.
Can I jump in here? Because I imagine the conversation calms just incredibly suddenly. Like, we've gone through this so many times at this point that it goes from, like, heated argument, like gesticulating, yelling at each other, da-da-da-da-da, to, like, you want to work security? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. Sunday. I'll burn next P if that counts as an intrusion.
No.
Stanford Rain?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Are you here for the flyer? Harriet told me I was supposed to be passing out flyers to somebody.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I suspected it was going to be a nephew anyhow. You're a little tall for the sort of people who are usually passing out flyers. What's up?
I would like to ask you some questions about this, and I'll have the newspaper clipping.
Don't trust him about shit. He says there's no ghost in the well, but there is a witch in the wagon.
We will get back to you, Cactus. We're gonna get back to you.
I'll make
Hang on. Takes out his reading glasses real quick and holds up the newspaper. Where'd you get this?
So, real quick, Stan. This newspaper is from today. You did not send this.
Where did this come from?
How long ago did I receive this?
The 1st.
Okay. This was on my desk on the 1st.
Now that is interesting. That is very interesting. That's,
and Stan, there is an obvious question here. Why? Because you haven't identified that you're from the Eidolon Institute, yes?
Not yet.
And
no.
Stan, you have no idea why. People come to you with weird shit all the time, but you don't immediately see a connection as to why this person has brought you this.
Can you remind me how Sybil is dressed currently?
So she's got, like, dress pants, nice shoes, turtleneck, and a sweater vest.
Are you a fucking Fed? You gotta tell me if you're a Fed. There are rules about this sort of thing.
There really aren't. And no, I'm not.
Sounds like something a Fed would say. Where are you from?
I'm from the Eidolon Institute.
Holy shit, Cactus, we're gonna get back to you, all right? We gotta find a table. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for coming. Shit. Okay.
I do not think Sybil is expecting that.
Yeah. No, I've been waiting for you guys. I mean, not about this. This is nothing. This is something I didn't. I mean, this is precognition or teleportation or quantum or something. It's not. I mean, it's got my name, but that's not. Holy shit! I didn't think you guys were actually going to show up.
Chapman, give me an intellect roll. Because you've been drinking some moonshine.
8. I've been drinking some moonshine.
Okay. The realization will come to you in a bit.
Holy shit! I mean, it's okay. Do you guys have like do you have like a van or someplace like secured? Faraday cage maybe someplace. Safety sort of thing, you know.
I believe we're perfectly fine right here.
No. What's going on right here? That's not. There's
You can't trust
no
the oogies and the boogies. They got ears and eyes everywhere. They're in the termite holes.
Oh, this is Cactus, by the way. Cactus Nuts. I don't know. I caught your name.
Pleasure to meet you.
My name is Miss Rucker.
Miss Rucker, pleasure to meet you. No, look, okay,
Cactus passes you a shot of moonshine.
I'm just gonna let that sit in front of me.
It's all right, it's on my tab anyway. Okay, the church. Do you know the coffee shop in town?
I was just there.
Perfect. You know the way
there.
there.
Coffee cup from there.
in this town, that could be anywhere, you know. So we just gotta. Okay. Yeah. Let's meet back there. In. I mean, if you go now, I'll meet you in 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Yeah. I'll circle the block real quick.
All right.
It's perfect. There's a room back there. It's not super secure, but it's pretty secure.
All right. If that's what you feel comfortable with, all right.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming. Honestly, I wish you had written ahead. I would have prepared something. Where are you staying?
What's our hotel?
The Old Grand.
The Old Grand Hotel.
The old. Oh shoot. Oh, okay. Cool. That's really good. That place is like Ghost Central. Yeah, awesome. Cool. We can talk about that later, though. You're here. I mean, so you guys, you got the letters then.
Yeah, we did.
And you were able to decode them. I know some of the codes on those are a little tricky, but you got there.
Some people did in fact decode them. Yes.
Awesome. Okay, cool. I can fill everybody else in. How many of you are down here? Like 5, 6?
2.
God damn, you guys are professional. All right. We got the dream team going. This is awesome. Cool. Yeah. All right. 20 minutes. The coffee shop. I'm gonna pay my tab. I'm gonna walk around the block once, lose any sort of tails or anything like that, and then I'll meet you there. It'll be in the back. I'm gonna walk past you like I don't know who you are. Just follow me in like a couple minutes after you see me. It's not hard to find. Or yeah.
Cactus Knots goes, "Do you want me to follow and make sure you don't got any tails?"
Yeah, kinda. Actually, that's great. Thank you, Cactus. Perfect.
He's working.
Barkeep, we're gonna settle up here. Awesome. Oh, that's great. And he just like pounds down the couple of shots of moonshine he's got left. We're hitting it. It's happening, folks. It's happening. It's finally happening.
I am absolutely aware I'm not getting answers from this man.
All right. So apparently you guys separate.
Uh-huh.
Stan you're making your rounds. I'm assuming Sybil still has the newspaper clipping.
Yeah.
Stan, you turn toward Cactus Knots, who's like 40 feet behind you, in a moment of realization. On the back of that newspaper clipping wasn't your name. You're Stan Rain. The scribbled signature said R Rain.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Anyways.
It gets cooler. It gets cooler with every passing second.
So, we're going to step back briefly to a little time before. And a card game. I got the deck of cards. Where's the coin? Got the coin. Okay. We're gonna flip the coin. Tails. Oh, shit. Where was the horror first seen? I think it was in a cave. I think it was in a cave that had been sealed until some peoples unsealed it. Some early spelunkers, probably late 19th, early 20th century. I think this thing has been bopping about for a while. Jenny.
Okay, sorry, I was counting my stitches. I have 54. Tails again for the third time in a row.
Which person does the horror have an influence on? How?
Which person here? Which person anywhere?
Your discretion.
Well, we're in southern Utah. It's in a lot of good national land here. Public forests, Bureau of Land Management lands. The Hollow has a hold on the person who supervises the area. A lot of empty space here.
Okay.
A lot of people looking to come see it. An opportunity for the creature to have more victims sent its way. Recommendations of camping sites to visit. If you missed warnings about missings, or if you filed overnight plans that get misfiled and don't get noticed for a couple weeks longer than they should be.
Okay. Chapman.
Yo. We got... A roll, please. Tails.
Where has the horror been seen vanishing into?
Gonna throw a curveball here and say crowds.
Ooh.
Okay. What does that
I like
look like?
Just wanders in. Just very easily lost amongst others.
Okay. Cassie.
Tails.
Which day has the horror set as Doomsday, or the day it is going to achieve something momentous? And remember, whatever you say...
Set the timeline for the campaign there, Cassie.
Yeah.
You could give me something generic. You don't have to give me
A specific date.
Be January 12th at 2:34 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
I feel like probably soon, probably at the height of some sort of tourist season. Like
a festival?
maybe not this festival, but like a lot of people come to like parks and stuff in the summer. So like it could be using this as a moment to like gain some power in preparation for the big thing in the near future.
Okay.
Doomsday is tourist season.
Yeah.
No lies detected.
Alex.
Heads.
How tough is the horror to kill?
So easy. It's just like you blow on him and he's just gone. I would say strength lies in his or their ability to hide amongst people and to vanish easy. So, especially because they take memories, it's hard to really acknowledge that you have seen them. So tough in the way it is to like pin them down, how hard they are to kill.
Okay. Scooting back to Monument Peak in the bright of day, away from our camping friends who are in no danger whatsoever. Bernie!
Yeah.
So you are in Town Square. There are shops, there are booths, preliminary setup for this upcoming festival. People around. What's Bernie up to as she steps out of this bush?
Yeah, well, Bernie wants to find the person who looks like they might have the most advanced information about this festival. Does it look like there's an information booth getting set up? Does it look like there's someone who is like super stressed and carrying a megaphone and has like a lot of flyers in hand? Someone who's yelling at everybody else?
Yes. But take an XP
Oh no.
and give an XP to somebody else.
I'm gonna give it to B.
Woo!
Okay. Bernie, you start making your way toward who is obviously the project manager, the whatever the equivalent of a stage manager would be for a festival, and you're feeling pretty good. You found this person, and you are intercepted by a man about your age, on the younger side. He is what the kids would call traditionally handsome. He's traditionally handsome. He's got the curly hair, strong jaw. He is apparently fit. He's got, what's that clip I've seen? It's like, you've got hot girl muscles. Meaning he goes to the gym, but he's they're all for show.
Ah.
Yeah.
Understood.
And he intercepts. Ha! You look like you're on a mission.
Yes, I am. And Bernie steps around and keeps going.
So, hey, I can what's your name?
My name's Bernie, and Bernie keeps walking, avoids eye contact.
Well, my name's Braydon. Braydon Dayten.
Oh. Right.
Like, you gotta, and by this point, the stage manager has, like, vanished into the crowd. They are the Herald of the Hollow.
Tracks.
Like, if you got any questions, like, you seem like you got a place to be, like, can I help?
Oh, information source. Oh, yes, I need help.
All right.
What do you know about the festival? Do you have like a flyer? Do you have a schedule of events I could get a hold of? I want to plan out the perfect day with my friend.
No. Like, I mean, I know about the festival. Like, I've been, like, TikToking about it all week. Like, and he turns, and this guy has fans. You have been caught in the gravitational well of an influencer.
Oh, no. The horrors begin.
The horrors begin.
No, like, the festival, it's, like, super fucking cool. Because, like, there's a bunch of ghost stories about Monument Peak, because, like, a bunch of bad shits happen, you know? So, like, there were these guys who came and, like, they were, like, ghost hunting, and they, like, did a video about it, and it went viral, and, like, a bunch of people started coming here, and so we did the horror festival to, like, capitalize on that, you know? Because, like... Well, my dad's the mayor, and he said it was, like, a good business opportunity to bring in, like, money back into the town.
Whoa, yeah, that sounds...
So this is, like, the third? No, fourth. No, third. Wait, what? No, it's 2025, so it's the fourth. What? How long ago was 2022? That was...
3 years.
Three, this is the third. There is a banner behind him that says third annual. Okay, so it's the third big three. It's the Trinity. 6. No, that's the other one. But like, so probably the coolest thing is we've got this like old-timey guy. I haven't seen any of his movies, but apparently this old-timey filmmaker is coming like out of retirement to like screen a movie for us. And, like, it just got announced today, but I knew about it before because my dad's the mayor. It's called The Man in the Charcoal Gray Suit. So, like, that's pretty cool. And it's supposed to be, like, super fucking scary. And, but then also there's, like, merch and shit.
That's interesting. I saw an article about the man in the gray suit recently.
Yeah, that newspaper came out today. I saw it too.
Yeah. Definitely the one that came out today that I saw this morning for the first time.
For the first time.
No, same. Yeah. I saw it well, I didn't because my dad's the mayor. So like.
Whoa. Yeah. No, that's so cool, dude. You sound like you know a whole lot. You know, it'd be, like, so impressive if you could tell me more about that thing that happened before the first festival, the history of the town there.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be so impressive if someone could tell me about that.
Which one? Like, there's, like, fucking sordid history, bro.
Dude, how sordid.
Dude.
Like, all of
my God.
Look out
this
right now.
Town has been almost wiped off the map, like, 3 times. 2 times.
Whoa.
3. No. The third time wasn't this town. The third time was that other town.
Which other town?
The one where those kids, like, died.
Can you be more specific?
Sybil just has, like, a shiver up her spine that she is not getting answers and somebody else is.
Okay, so Crimson Hill is, like, over the hill, you know? And it's a ghost town, and some, like, ghost hunters were investigating, and by some ghost hunters, I mean me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Are you part of the Boo Boys?
I am part of the Boo Boys, yeah.
No way, dude.
I
definitely have watched your show.
Oh shit! So you like? Do you have anything on you?
I have clothing. I have notebooks. What do you mean?
He takes your notebook and signs it.
Oh.
Well, there you go. This will be worth something, you know?
Mm-hmm. Wait, so so you found those bodies?
Yeah, that was, I was live streaming. It's a bit of a problem. Because, my tech guy wasn't there, so, like, I couldn't figure out how to stop live streaming. And I didn't think to point the camera away from the bodies.
Yeah, that can be a problem.
But the sordid history, like, I practiced this because I was in the town and I was doing, like, a report on it before I found the bodies, which is, like, such a fucking bummer, dude.
Totally, man.
But yeah, like, the town was almost wiped out because one of the mines caught fire in, like, 1927, I think. And, like, it was, like, super big. No, it was earlier. It was, like, 1900. There were these, like, strikes, man. Like, fucking strikes. Unions, right? They were, like, fucking striking. And then, like, a bunch of, like, actual hard workers came in to work the mines. And then it got... They were, like, striking because of safety reasons. And then, like, all the people who came to work because they were striking died because the mine blew up. And it, like, wiped out... most of the right and it wiped out like most of the town. And then there was this other thing that happened in like the 60s. This dude came in to like try and turn the town into like a resort, and I don't know what happened there. It just like didn't work. And then it was like 20 years ago that
wait, why did turning the town to a resort almost wipe out the town?
Well, it didn't. Well, like, it kind of did. Like, okay, so they built a bunch of stuff. Did you come through the north side or the south side of town?
North side.
Okay, so you would have missed... The whole south side is built, and, like, nobody lives there, because they, like, built it before anybody moved in, and then, like, nobody moved in. So, like, it was just, like, a huge drain. That wasn't my dad. That was, like, a different guy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure your dad's a great mayor.
Oh, hell yeah. So good.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, and then Crimson Hill was like, something happened. Like, it was like fucking. It was like fucking crazy, dude. Like, the whole town just like vanished. Not the town. The people in the town were just gone. Like, Ronoki?
Oh yeah. Roanoke, yeah. And like all at once they just vanished?
Well, I wasn't there. I don't know.
Do you know when that was? Was that the one that happened in the 80s?
No, that was like 2003. I was not born yet, man.
Oh, you're a baby. Yeah. And then with what happened, with what the stuff that you found, like, so cool. I mean, you know, totally a bummer that you were live streaming that. I hope you don't get canceled over it. But like,
dude, I get canceled all the time.
I'm sure that's not a problem. But where were the bodies?
They were in Crimson Hill.
Why were you in Crimson Hill? Were you thinking a report on the?
Yeah, I was like going to this like super spooky. They have this like water treatment facility that like closed down before the town turned into a ghost town. Like, but it's like super creepy, and like it's got like a bunch of crazy shit in it. Like, I heard that there's like a dead horse down in the basement.
Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't find it though. I think it might have been made up.
Maybe it got better.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm not like a horse doctor, so they get better, right?
I hear they're real sturdy. It's probably totally fine.
Yeah. I don't think it would fit up the stairs though.
Then how did it get into the basement?
I don't know.
The plot thickens.
Yeah. And I like didn't really get to do the investigating because like I didn't even make it to the building because I found the bodies.
Yeah.
So.
What did the bodies look like? Was there anything else weird in the area?
They looked, I mean, dude, it was like gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really like thinking about it, I'm gonna be honest. It makes me sad.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. And Bernie gently pats him twice on the shoulder and then wipes her hand off on her pants discreetly.
You come away with Axe body spray.
That's not good enough.
Hey, Braydon, this is so cool. Like, wow. I mean, you're really setting new journalistic standard. I mean, you're telling real good stories, friend.
That's what I aim to be, like, my idols, man. Like, I want to be the Jordan Peterson of Joe Rogan's, man.
Oh, totally, dude. Yeah. But hey, you are so great at this. Can I introduce you to my friend? She is such a fan. She would love to meet you. Like, the two of us would be so grateful if we could talk to you together.
Yeah, like, if you want me to sign something, sure.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Sure.
Come on, she's at the coffee house.
Yeah, alright, cool.
That's
I got a source for you, Sybil. Bernie's doing so good, guys.
Bernie.
She's gonna bring Sybil a source. Sybil's gonna be so happy with her.
Bernie, you are faced with a choice.
Oh no.
Because the coffee house, the Aspacia Coffee Salon and Coffee House, is southwest.
Mm. Oh, mm-hmm.
But you hear a different noise come from the northwest. As Braydon's like, yeah, I'll fucking lead you. Also, like, I know a bunch of people in town, so, like, if you want to meet somebody, just, like, let me fucking know, and I will, like, hook you up, bruh.
Totally, bro. Let's exchange numbers. What do I hear from the north?
A quack. And then a pop.
God fucking damn it. Hey, Braydon, this is my number. We should totally meet up later to see my friends, but right now, I gotta go. And Bernie books it towards the quack.
Roll an intellect check.
Give him her number. Roll what?
Intellect.
19!
Hey!
This is going way better than our other Numenera game with my rolls. Why do you look like that? It's not a good face.
19, it means you hear what he says. He goes, oh, totally hot babe, give me your number. I got a date. Everything's coming up, Braydon, Dayten. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Why would you do this, Shane?
What?
Why would you do this to me?
It's a horror campaign.
I take it back. Very, very valid. You're doing great. Killing it.
Hey, Cassie, remember earlier when I said, oh, I just thought of something really mean to do to Jenny?
Was this it?
Yes.
Asshole.
Okay. You follow the duck.
Yeah. Do I see it?
Give me an intellect roll.
10.
You hear it. And you catch sight of, you're sure you caught, because it, like, when it pops away, it kind of leaves like a kind of thing, like some residue, and you've tested it, you have no it's just rubber. Mm-hmm. Like, the residue is just duck rubber, but the number of times it's poofed away, the duck should be gone by now.
Your mass, yeah.
But it's leading you through the kind of the booths that are being set up, and like, man, this feels like old times because God, you haven't done this in months.
Mm-hmm. Why is it moving again?
Why is it moving? Oh yeah, it's moving. Sorry, I can't get out of Braydon's head now. I'm stuck there.
That's a bad place to be stuck.
Yeah.
It's between Braydon and fucking Cactus Nuts, guys. Ugh. Alex, I need you to tell me, what does the funeral home look like?
I was thinking because I was gonna build like a blueprint of it, but I think it's rather large. I mean, there's a lot that goes in there. You have It's like a little funeral home. You have the crematorium. You have eating areas. Like there's a little courtyard. And then above the funeral home, like in the attic, is kind of like living spaces where E lives. He also stays in the home as well.
Yeah.
It's almost like the hotel, like old, but the upkeep is still like very beautiful. It still wants to be that welcoming. At least on the front, the sides that people see, it's still.
Bernie, you follow the duck. Quack.
Oh yeah.
Quack. Quack. It's quack pop quack pop. What?
Today's the day. I'm gonna get it.
Today's the day. And it leads you down about, again, it's kind of, it's actually on the same street as the Aspasia Coffee House and Salon. It's just 2 blocks up. So you follow it and you see this 2-story structure, this funeral home, and the duck sitting on the, is there like a porch?
Yes. Beautiful porch, lots of potted plants.
You see, sitting between the potted plants on the porch, you see a yellow 1950s rubber duck.
Bernie throws herself bodily on top of the duck.
Give me a speed roll.
Please. Natural 20.
Hey!
You catch the duck.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, you caught the car.
And we're gonna cut away. A few time before, with our friends, out there in the dark. It's an ability card. Which second ability does the horror have? The second ability that the horror has, the Herald of the Hollow, is that with enough exposure, it can turn others into heralds as well. Jenny.
Yeah.
Flip me a coin.
Heads.
What does the horror do when it's not doing its dark deeds?
I mean, I really want to say it's just like finds a cozy spot and knits or something. You know what? I think the horror is into bird watching. The thing is, you can't get a bird by leaving a hole somewhere. You can get an animal, you can get a person, you can get something in the water, but in the air, there is not a lot of nothing for it to take. It can't get birds, and it drives it wild.
I'm writing down vexed by birds.
Like, they're there. They fly. How do they fly? Where are they going? And why can't it catch one?
Also, really hates the Wright brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not a fan of planes.
Well, if it's on a plane, it's like, oh god, holes in an airplane.
Bed.
Okay.
It's really an indoor cat of an eldritch horror.
Okay, I love that though.
All right, Chapman.
Tails.
What physical limitation does the horror have, and why?
It's vexed by birds.
Yeah, I mean, it's bound to the ground, and I think it's bound to. It can't go into areas that are too empty. Paradoxically, venturing out into the wilderness, while there's nothing for it to take out there, it needs to feed somewhat frequently. It's stuck around people.
Okay. Sybil. Cassie.
Aye. Tails.
Okay. Who was the horror's first victim?
I mean, you said it's been around for a while. I want to say, like, probably like a bad person, a criminal of some sort, who went and on the run and was hiding in a cave.
Oh, okay. I like that. All right, Alex.
Heads.
Does the horror take hostages or kidnap people?
I think it doesn't necessarily take people, but when it leaves its holes, that person is now the spy, like the eyes. It can like pop back into visit at any time. So it doesn't need to take people, it just adds more eyes, more horrors.
Okay. So we're on the final card. The horror attacks. Can society defend itself from the next attack? Everybody, all players must give their own answer. And the game ends.
Therapy? They can fill their hollows. But I don't think that you could ever actually do that. So individual people can make themselves more resistant to it, but I don't think society as a whole could.
I think it depends probably on where the like big event of some sort is going to happen. Like if it's extremely isolated from like other like cities and stuff, like maybe it can be contained. If it needs to be around people to be.
Oh yeah, just piggybacking off of that, I think yes. I think containment is largely the only answer because it eats so much, and then there's nothing left.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's almost an unstoppable force. But if it runs out, then yeah, containment is a option.
I think I can summarize with society can defend itself, but it won't.
Right.
Ooh.
Ookie spook.
Ookie spook. And the person who first initiated the game, brought the cards, claps once, smiles at the group. And, I mean, it's dark. His eyes are kind of overshadowed. Even in the flickering of the campfire, you can see the reflection in everybody else's eyes except his. And he kind of grins and chuckles to himself. He says, "Thank you."
It's a very spooky game. You're right.
It's just all fun and games, though, right?
Right.
Yeah, thanks
Right.
for bringing it.
Right, he parrots back at you, leans forward a bit and goes, "A horror that wishes to birth itself chose you to be its father, mother, midwife, and host. And like your friend who brought the deck of cards, you are all hollowed." Before you know what happens.
Oh no.
So, Beatrice, how are we doing?
We're here. We're alive. So far, we're kicking.
That's good. We like to hear that. So you have been having a meeting with Sheriff Estevez. She is this kind of dark-skinned Latina. I won't say you like her, but she is likable and of a good sort. She gets the job done. She wants to keep the town safe. She doesn't carry a gun. Just kind of very leads by example type. And she's just asking, so what do you think the timeline is on figuring out the cause of death? As she's kind of heading out the back door, I think, of the funeral home. I think the story broke today, but she's trying to keep things on the down low because, it's a small town, the festival's happening. It probably looks bad if the sheriff is parked in front of the funeral home.
Sure. Well.
So what's the timeline on getting those autopsies done?
Give me a couple of hours. There are 5, right?
Yep.
To the GM.
Yep.
An hour or 2 for each body, and then depending on how many surprises there are. I've seen a lot, but that doesn't mean I've seen everything.
Fair enough, yeah. How are you doing with all this? This is, we've had hikers go, this is a bit much for a small town.
Oh, it's
5 homicides is a bit much.
In recent days, this is definitely something new, but it's the world telling us to keep us on our toes, I guess.
Okay. Sure. What does what does B look like?
B is, in her later 40s. She has dark hair that's always pulled back out of her face, and that like a rogue white streak that goes through the center. Is usually in black coveralls, with almost like a white lab coat-ish style, lots of pockets. I'm just tired. Perpetually tired is kind of a personality trait at this point.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think Sheriff Estevez just kind of goes, is it bad that I wanted to be like a tourist?
There's some comfort in knowing. There's...
That it's not somebody that, went to school with, grew up with, neighbors with. Just rather think it's some rich dipshit kayaking deciding
Someone who should have known better and deserved it. I understand. Yeah, it's not a bad wish, but not how that happens all the time.
Yeah. Fuck. Hog. Yep. All right. Well, I should let you. Is there anything you need from me?
Just time and maybe coffee in a couple hours.
I can do that. Add coffee, run to the rounds. Can do.
I hope this is as stressful as it gets for you. Nothing more happens on your plate.
When it rains, it pours. And she said, out the door. And
a little salute.
Yeah. You're a lifesaver. Irony intended.
Love it.
So, she leaves. I imagine that at this moment you're, does Fetch live here?
Fetch does live here.
Okay.
He's pretty good about knowing when he's needed and entertaining himself when he
I think Dixon is actually probably out on a coffee run right now. I'm imagining a lot of coffee gets consumed here.
For sure. I don't even have like a regular like a coffee order. They just know like a fuck me up cup that's just energy drinks, espresso shots, and Beatrice usual.
There you go. So you are for a brief moment alone. You are not with the bodies. Those are in the back.
Yeah, they'll be in the
lobby.
Dining room. Yeah. Lobby, the waiting area.
Yeah, propped up in their seats.
No, they're in the back, the loading area.
You hear a thud come from the front door.
Wait to hear if there's any more.
Bernie!
Yeah.
Does she hear any more?
Bernie is going to spend a bit there interrogating the duck, investigating it, and if it does not respond to anything she tries, knocking on the door to see why it went here. So there will be further thuds, but it's going to take like 15, 20 minutes. Bernie's listening to the duck, she's shaking it, she's poking it, she licks it at one point.
You know what, I'm just going to say, if there's a moment that B investigates, the first thing she sees is this younger woman with her mismatched button shirt with the mustard stain, licking a yellow rubber duck.
Yeah, I think B is like looking through the peephole when she doesn't hear anything like immediately like else, and just watching for a second to just take it all in.
Why aren't you moving? Why did you stop now? Same duck, right?
B will open the door and say, you know, ducks aren't really supposed to move on their own unless they're in water, I suppose.
And not plastic.
Right. Exactly, except this one does, and now it isn't.
Interesting.
Have you seen this duck before?
Have you seen this duck?
I've probably seen its cousins and neighbors.
Did they move?
I can't say I've seen that one before.
Why did it stop here? Hey, you have anything weird going on? You ever have a weird encounter with like a couch shaped like a grandmother, or like seen any other strange things going on recently?
I mean, strange is kind of in my purview. This is a house filled with a couple of dead people at any given point, but
Bernie,
can't say the couch thing is new. And you look up and on like the door frame is the Berrium mortuary. I didn't pick
Great
the name.
name.
It was picked before me.
Great taste, whoever did that.
Signs are very expensive to replace.
So expensive.
Yeah, Berrium's my favorite element, so it's really funny because it sounds like Berrium.
Oh, how fortuitous. Is there anything I can help you with, or are you just following the duck?
I think there is. There must be. You're the mortuary?
Yeah, yes, I'm the owner of this mortuary, Beatrice, and she'll stick out her hand.
Oh, Bernie, my apologies. And Bernie will shake
Jeanette is a firm, she's wiry, but...
Bernie is sweaty. She just chased a duck through town. Hey, did you hear about the bodies that were found?
I, in fact, did hear about them. Dreadful stuff.
Oh, yeah, terrible. I was actually coming to my colleague and I are actually in town looking into that.
Well, the search is, out and about for a lot of people, the sheriff included, so.
Lovely. Do you have the sheriff's contact information, actually? It'd probably be great to talk to them.
If you want to wait on this porch, she'll look at her watch. I'm sure she'll pop around another half hour.
I could also wait inside.
You could.
Bernie kind of leans over and tries to see what's inside. Was the duck, facing towards the inside of the house when she found it?
You lean and look over. The duck is behind Beatrice.
Hey, so, Duck, see, look, it moved. Am I not holding it anymore?
You're not holding it. Yeah, the duck is no longer in Bernie's hands. It is sitting on the floor about 5 feet behind Beatrice.
I'm so tired of this shit. And she'll just open the door. Like, I have a waiting area. You're welcome to.
Thank you. And Bernie throws herself at the duck.
Give me a speed roll.
8.
Beatrice, you watch as the duck teleports or zooms, yeets itself.
Oh, I don't see that every day.
It's now. What kind of decorations are in the lobby?
Oh, I think it's very old lady floral wallpaper type of thing. Very mahogany wood. Anything that's showing, very decorative. Also didn't pick this, but it was here.
I think among are there any fake plants?
Oh, definitely.
Plastic tree kind of thing. The duck is like up in one of the plastic trees, like looking. And the minute, if anybody, like if both of you look away, you will hear a quack.
I think I have crackers in the kitchen. Does the duck eat by chance?
I love
I've never
how you're
tried that.
offering the duck crackers and not her.
No, this makes sense.
It's always polite to ask. You never know about these things.
That would be fantastic. Thank you. And
Well, I'll
Bernie
be back.
throws herself into the potted plant.
Bernie what's herself?
Throws herself into the plant.
Oh, good.
For sure.
Property damage.
That's a write-off. It's fine. I can replace that.
Does Bernie at any point communicate to Sybil where she is?
Why? I thought Sybil had to get something, but all thoughts have fled as soon as Bernie saw Duck. She's trying to send the annoying guy to the coffee shop. He'll probably mention that he saw her. Like, they'll connect, right?
For sure.
Plus, look at all the great leads I'm finding. I found out about, like, all the old murders. I found the funeral home. The sheriff is going to be here. Maybe I should text Sybil. That's actually a lot of things. She should probably be here. This is my first job. I should be supervised right now.
I have to... Beatrice, you come back with crackers just in time to hear I should be supervised right now.
I've discovered a lot of people need to be supervised, and she'll hold out a cracker to the duck.
Bernie's watching so intently.
See if it interacts.
Give me an intellect roll.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That was such a good roll. 17.
17. There is no reaction. You look over your shoulder at Bernie for just a second, and when you look back, the cracker is gone.
Perfect. And I continue talking to the...
And Bernie also did not see the cracker vanish.
I'll say very good, and I'll set the crackers down on the table, and the duck say, you are always welcome here as long as the shenanigans are contained to this room.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. It likes you. This is a great time. Wait, we're talking to me or the duck?
Yes, to both of you.
Okay. I thought I should back that. Just in case.
Clarification.
Is Bernie going to text Sybil?
Bernie will text Sybil,
Okay.
and the text message has no punctuation, not a lot of spaces. Or no, equal number of spaces, but they're all in the wrong places. Like, hey, Sybil, I have made a new friend. You might have seen him. He's gross. But he knows about what is happening. And also, I'm at the funeral home now. The sheriff is going to be here later. Not for me. Haha, I'm good. But do you want to come and stop by? I think the bodies are here. Here's the shoot. And she sends it, and she's like, what's the address? Where am I?
You're at the Berrium funeral home.
Thank you. I'm at the Berrium funeral home.
Okay. So, Sybil and Stan. Were you going to say something?
I was gonna say, about how long has it been that she's been chasing this duck?
Let's say no less than 10, no more than 30 minutes.
Okay, because Stan said he was gonna meet me in like 20.
Yep.
We got 10 minutes of conversation to walk through before we catch back up.
So we'll say, you guys meet up at the coffee house?
Yeah?
Okay. Great. How many cups of coffee has Sybil gone through?
I think probably just one, because I think she saw the fuck me up cup on the menu and went, yeah, I want that.
Give me yeah, fuck it. Just go for that. You see, so the one person, Harriet, Stan's sister, is there. Also, you have you interact briefly. You take your order from a different woman. She's a little shorter, a little slight, Asian, a little dour, if we're being completely honest, but like not unfriendly, just like she's got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely get the sense that Harriet is kind of the face, and that this person who introduces themselves as Seb is kind of the workhorse. And it's a little subtle while they're working, but you do clock the wedding rings. So. Stan.
Is Harriet still around?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go straight to her and let her know about her brother's plan on how we're meeting. Because he told me to wait in the back, and I don't work here.
Roll an intellect. Give me an intellect roll.
7.
Stan, by the time you show up, this new friend of yours has somehow, through the force of will alone, become one of the legion of volunteer workers that Harriet has somehow recruited into working at the Aspasia coffee house and salon.
Oh god, she got to you too.
Sybil, you're not entirely sure when this happened. She like handed you a cup of coffee and was just like, yeah, great, can you take that over there?
Sure.
And it was like just the next table over, so you did, and then there was another, and Stan, you come in and she's like wiping down one of the counter.
Awesome. That's community integration. We love that. We love to see that. Not a whole lot of time for it right now. Come with me.
All right.
Harriet, I'm borrowing one of your volunteers.
I'm not a volunteer. I don't work here.
Everybody works here.
I don't live here.
You throw the towel over your shoulder.
So Stan's gonna lead you to this sort of makeshift corner that's just got newspaper clippings and all sorts of like half-finished work all over a table.
There's a loft.
The loft. Up to the top of the loft, where there's sort of this table with just bits of newspaper and like unfinished projects, and you can see like half-written notes and stuff set all over it. He offers you a seat. Oh, okay, all right.
So it's not just the letters that are sent to us, all right?
No. This is like a whole thing. So let me back up here real quick. So I apologize. Do you know kayfabe?
Do I?
The wrestling term?
Yeah, the wrestling term, kayfabe.
No.
So kayfabe is the practice, usually in wrestling, of remaining in character even when you're not directly filmed, just in case somebody sees you. That's what was going on at the bar there. Right? We were keeping up appearances. It's We got more serious stuff to do. I don't want you thinking I'm some sort of crazy guy talking about the oogie boogies.
Oh.
That's Cactus shit. Anyway.
Don't you fucking call that shit! Down from below the loft
Because I told you to leave.
He was tailing you. You told him to tail you.
Yeah, the tail's supposed to leave when you hit the destination. That's the point of the tail. They follow you into the destination, then they're also being... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You look down and Cactus has got a towel over his shoulder.
That tracks. That absolutely... Yep. Okay. So, brass tacks. So you guys are here because of the messages?
Not specifically.
Just the one you gave me?
Yes.
Do you know what the R stands for before rains?
No.
Okay,
I mean,
all right, we got some...
Do I?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Give me an intellect roll.
That's that's a 4?
No.
This is all Bernie shit. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Okay. We got some family legacy to get through that. All right.
There are
So
more of you?
Not anymore as such. I mean, Harriet, obviously, but that's kind of the important thing here. So that letter that was signed, I didn't send you that. Right? That's why it's R Rains, not I'm Stan Rains and the S Rains. That's not. I mean, it's my handwriting kind of, but it's not. R Rains is Robert Rains, and he's my father.
All right.
Right. So the whole family legacy is defenders, protectors, sort of guardian sort of deal, right? And he was the old sheriff.
All right.
Who disappeared. That was in one of my earlier notes, note 3 or 4 or 5. He the whole disappearance thing. I was working on that.
Sure.
Right. Cool. So in any case, that's who that note is coming from, which is understandably a little bizarre because, disappeared.
Witnessing, yeah.
Right. And if you guys are here because of that, if they're sending you here because of that, that means that there's some solutions to be found.
Or just verification of events. That's we're investigating.
No. The events are verified. I've spent years verifying the events. The events are they're very verified. They're extremely verified. I've verified the absolute shit out of those events. What we're missing is where he is and Ma as well, because they both disappeared. But if they're writing letters from the future, they're trapped somewhere. There's some sort of I don't know, it could be a corporeal event, it could be temporal. This is your guys' area of expertise though, right?
I didn't hear about the newspaper clipping.
Right. Which came from today. But you didn't get here today because you couldn't have gotten it today, because if you had gotten it today, I mean, you guys are, I assume you flew in, you guys are you're based out of Washington or Oregon or something. It's not, I mean, you couldn't have just gotten that today.
Not Oregon, Ogden.
Ogden, like Ogden, Utah?
Yes.
Oh shit, because the Air Force Base, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. I always thought there was something. Everybody talks about Area 51, but it's Hill Air Force Base. Because what do? You find aliens if you plop it right in the middle of a sort of forgotten about kind of shitty city, and then nobody ever thinks to look there. They're gonna look at the spot out in the middle of the desert because that's like interesting and novel. But I mean, Ogden, nobody even goes to Ogden. That makes so much sense. God, you guys, one step ahead. Always one step ahead. This is why I wrote to you guys.
I am no steps ahead. I wasn't here about the name on the back. The name on the back's what directed me to you as a starting point to start my investigation. I'm here about the article itself.
Well, the article itself, that's not even the most important part. It came from the future, and it's got a dead man's name on the back. I mean, what the contents of the article? That's probably just a smokescreen. That's like that's classic OPSEC, you know, or not OPSEC, PSYOP stuff. You know, like it's got to be it's encoded or we got to take every third letter and put them together and capitalize some of them or something. Like I think the actual content of the article, that's just a newspaper clip. I mean, who cares? I didn't even read the thing.
Would Bernie have tried to decode this article when I showed it to her because it had Rain's name on it? Okay.
Absolutely, yes.
There's nothing to decode. If there was, Bernie would have found it. She didn't. So if you didn't send this to me as an encoded message...
It's fascinating. This is all fascinating. This is really good stuff. This is the first breakthrough I've had on this in years. I mean, this is. So what are you guys thinking? That you think it's so contents of the article? I mean, what does it even say?
I'm here about the people who died. At
5 unidentified about the foul play suspected. This is okay. Hang on. Oh God, Boop. Oh God. Brandon, whatever his name.
Would I know that this is Crimson Hill that this happened at, or?
It says so.
Okay.
In the newspaper clipping. 5 unidentified bodies were discovered by the Boo Boys ghost hunting team in the abandoned Crimson Peak ghost town on Wednesday. The bodies showing signs of recent death were found in a popular but treacherous tourist location known for its historical significance. Authorities are investigating the cause of death with foul play suspected. Sheriff Estevez is leading the investigation, coordinating with forensic experts to determine the cause of death and identify the victims. The identities of the victims remain unknown, and authorities urge anyone with information to come forward. This is a developing story, and then whatever that other thing is.
I'm here about the bodies that were found in Crimson Peak.
Hill.
Crimson
Peak is the Guillermo del Toro movie.
What does it say right there? It says
Crimson
Peak.
Hell yeah! The DM fucked up.
Okay. Crimson Hill.
No, wait. Jim Summers, the journalist, fucked up.
The journalist.
No weight at all tied to the DM.
So you're...
Listen, he's under a lot of
investigating... You guys are investigating mysterious deaths in the hills of southern Utah?
Yes.
I mean, God, you must be at it one a week. Okay.
This
so we're
though. This one.
All right. So there's got to be a connection, though, right? I mean, why would you have Dad's name on the back of the letter if there wasn't some sort of connection? I mean, this has got to be something. This has got to be.
This isn't the lead I thought it was.
I think this is a good time for the your phone to go off.
Okay. All right. Can you? I would love to at some point probably circle back to your father and following up on that, because that is bizarre that your missing, presumed dead father, this name is on the back of this. Can you direct me to the Berrium mortuary?
You can lead her.
I was about to suggest it. Oh, yeah. No, it's right down the street. I can show you. No, this is good. I mean, it's a little twisty. It's a little tough to get there. I'll just show you. All right. I gotta go that direction anyhow. I'm sure Harriet's got stuff I need to pass out to pretty much this damn town. Yeah, I do. Before we leave this completely, I want to make something just very clear. Ghost or not, my father did not kill those people. I just want to set that up. Right now, a thing that did not happen. We can just write that off the list. Not a thing that happened.
I don't believe at this point we have enough evidence to support that either way, if I'm being honest, but okay.
Good. All right. Well, yeah, so long as we just don't even bother looking into that one, because that's not a thing that happened. Cool. Berrium, yeah.
Make a note of potential missing father or murderer, question mark?
So,
It's written in my notes.
you leave the Aspasia Coffee House and Salon, and you go, it's on the corner, and you go 1 block north, 2nd block north, And the Berrium Funeral Home is on the right.
What twists? What twists were there on this journey that could have been not given to me verbally?
Well, there's like no crosswalks on either of those streets, so it's kind of tough to get across.
I'm perfectly willing to jaywalk. It's fine.
Wow, we are daring, aren't we? Working outside the law, huh? It's kind of cool. All right. Yeah. Oh shit! They probably have the bodies here.
Yeah.
Investigation. It's like I said, one step ahead. You guys, honestly, love to see it. Love to see it.
Beatrice.
Yeah. Beatrice is gonna shoot a quick text to the sheriff. Just letting her know that I'm being delayed by investigators, and she might have trouble.
You get a message back saying, ran into Cactus Knots. We'll read this in a minute.
And it's just about like 7 messages saying, look at it now, look at it now, look at it now, look at it now. Stop ignoring me, stop ignoring me.
So as we're approaching the mortuary, Stan's gonna turn and say, okay, so when we get there, I'll do the introductions. We go way back.
All right, I'm sure that's useful for me in my investigation.
Well, it's good to have like a good rapport with the townsfolk, right? Like that's kind of, I mean, you guys are going to have a tough time integrating here because you do, I mean, I don't want to say it, but you look a little like feds. So like, you know, it's going to be tough. A lot of people probably going to be a little cagey, that sort of thing.
I'm dressed nicely.
Yeah, that's why you look like a fed. I mean, look. I got stain here. I got ripping my jeans. Like that's integration look, you know? Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, you look great, like, very well put together. Love the sweater vest, that's fantastic. Turtlenecks coming back, I love it. But, like,
good defense against vampires.
It stands out, you know? Like, I don't want to say, like, a sore thumb, but, like, you know, not an unsore thumb, not a healthy thumb, you know?
I have to assume that the door is open and B has just been standing there for whatever that monologue was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit, V! How's it going? Long time no see, huh?
And it's been a minute.
Hey, I found somebody wanted to talk to you.
Yeah, I have another one inside, and I'm assuming they're together.
Yeah. Hey, real quick. Feds. I checked it out.
Well, come in. Mind the duck.
Oh god, the duck.
Oh shit, nice duck.
Bernie is currently in air, throwing herself at the duck again.
Give me a speed roll. You have broken so much shit.
Oh jeez.
You've broken furniture. You've taken down some of the fake plants. You've knocked over some of the real plants.
Hey, Sybil!
Hey,
Wow.
Bernie. I'm gonna apologize, and here is the contact info at the Institute for who you can contact to get reimbursed for all the broken things. We have a set-aside budget for just scenarios like this.
To know it was disintegrated.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't made the proper introductions. I'm so sorry. B, this is Sybil. Sybil, B, Sybil's from the Eidolon Institute. Am I allowed to say that? Well, you just said that, so I assume we can all say that? Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I talked about it on my show, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and a couple of weeks before that, and yeah, a month ago, and they come up a lot, you know? They're like the big leaguers.
Yes, lots of mystery.
Everybody here thinks we're insane, is what I'm getting. All right, awesome.
Absolutely.
Super good for investigation and verifying facts.
Super, it recontextualizes that first interaction you had with Harriet.
Yep. No wonder I have made no progress.
Oh, I see.
I'm willing to tell you anything, said Cactus Knot as he walks by on the sidewalk out front.
How are you always here?
Always. It's not a big town.
It's 1,111 people.
and cactus nuts is 600 of those.
Yeah, for sure.
What can I do for you all?
We're here trying to follow up and investigate the 5 bodies that were found in Crimson Hill.
No, legally I can tell you anything, but also I don't know much because I was interrupted before working, so I don't really have much to share.
You want some help?
No.
She asks as the
Carnage.
I'm gonna ask a question. Okay. Alex,
Yes.
in Cypher System, I need you to tell me what the DC is for Bernie to persuade you to let her help.
She just takes a second and she looks at all the broken shit and, the fake plants in her hair and deems this probably an impossible task.
Bernie, give me an intellect roll for persuasion. Your target number is 30.
Cool. I was gonna say I'm gonna spend some effort on that, but I'm only allowed to spend 1 level at this tier, so I'm not going to do that.
Sure.
That's 12. I made it, right?
No.
I am a professional. This is what I do for a living. It requires a delicate hand. You guys are more than welcome to let me work on this, and I talk to you after.
That sounds reasonable. When I know you said your work was interrupted, but when were these bodies brought to you? When did this happen? The story was in today's newspaper, but when did this all happen?
According to the newspaper this morning.
The bodies
That's
were...
all I would know, right?
They were found on the 1st.
Okay.
So they were found on Wednesday. Today is Saturday.
I get you. Yes.
At what point they made it to Beatrice, I leave up to you and small town bureaucracy.
Yes. I would say somewhat recently, since I haven't gotten started yet. But I think he was also told into, saw the site, helped move bodies, so I believe she was there.
Gotcha.
Alright. Obviously we want to let you do your work, but do you have any, first impressions you could share with us?
It's not pretty.
Yeah.
They're not identified for a reason.
Ah.
Oh.
We
That
watch
No.
quietly from a distance, maybe.
I have my routine. Very clean area too. It's not really for visitors. But again, I can meet up with you guys later if you would like.
That would be lovely.
1B. What is B's relationship with the some of the voices that she hears?
I mean, I think it's just kind of a variety. There are a couple of unknowns. There are some that sound like ends of the past.
You hear a voice that you don't hear it often, and actually you hear it in stereo. Everybody else, you hear a voice of a man, but you see the body of a small boy. B, what does Fetch look like?
Fetch is he's a waif of a boy. Think like the 20s orphans almost. Just slick oil, black hair that's sticking up, white shirt, trousers with suspenders. Dimples, just a very, and like piercing blue eyes.
Yeah, is that Timothy Chalamet?
Right.
So you hear a voice that does not belong to a child of that age or size. And B, you hear this in stereo, one inside and one outside. And the voice says, "Bring them." And then the kid...
We all hear this and see this boy?
Yep. And then the kid walks toward the facilities.
Do I know Fetch by any stretch?
I think it's common knowledge. He's kind of just found him in like the backyard of the funeral home.
If I recall, you found him in a coffin.
Yeah, like a broken coffin, because people who fix that. But she found him on a rainy day. No one knows who he is. No one's claimed him. So B just lets him live here. He doesn't speak.
He just said some words?
Yeah, that's probably the first time you've heard him speak.
Oh shit, he talks.
Occasionally, and never-changing voice. Well, who am I to say now, I guess?
Ever changing?
Never changing.
I'm sorry, a child just told you to let us watch you do your work, and you're listening.
There are some voices that you probably should listen to more than others, and that's one I've recognized.
Anybody ever told you not to look a gift horse in the mouth? Come on.
Also, as the kid makes for the door, he reaches up to one of the fake plants still standing and just pulls down the, like, little kid reaching, you know? Mm-hmm. And the duck just kind of falls and lands in his hands, and he takes it and walks into the facility.
Bernie is following immediately.
Yeah.
I have so many things in my notes that make no sense.
What's going on with the duck?
It's not going to be a simple investigation as I hoped.
It's going great. We're making great progress. Everything makes sense.
Nothing.
Welcome, Monument Peak.
Now. B runs ahead. There are rules.
Absolutely.
I am allowing you to be here.
The child's allowing us to
stand against that back wall. We don't touch. We don't breathe. We don't touch anything. Yes.
Can I breathe a little bit?
You can breathe a little bit.
Okay.
You can breathe to function. Yes.
Can I touch the back wall that I am supposed to stay against?
I'm going to tape a square, and you are free to move around in this space only.
Okay.
So this is your partner, huh?
We're partners.
Yes, indeed.
They do like a kind of like a personality type thing. Like they you get the serious business like one. You got to pair them up with the fun one, or like what's the deal? I
don't question the higher ups. I just do my job.
That's probably smart. Yeah. I bet they're like, well, are you guys? Eidolon, are you guys CIA affiliated, or is this like kind of a freelance dark sort of thing, like Men in Black sort of organization? Or...
We're just a
independently funded.
We're just an independent organization.
Oh, private sector, very smart.
Bernie, by this moment, you've absolutely clocked the fairly unique speech patterns of Stan because you've spent so much time decoding his letters.
Bernie pauses and pivots.
Does Stan have a code name that he uses?
NATS, Nat.
Nat.
He's trying to be really secret. It'll be Natsdorf.
But also, all the letters are
Stanford.
All the letters still have his actual name on them.
Oh yeah, and return address.
And the Aspasia Coffee House and Salon.
Yeah, listen, I don't mess with the USPS system, all right? Like there are certain people worry about the 3-letter agencies. The 4-letter agencies are the ones you really got to watch out for. I'm talking NCAA, USPS. Don't touch them.
So yeah, Nats.
Nats, I know you.
Oh shit, yeah, Stan. Yeah, we kind of met. And sort of wipes off his glove. And
Bernie is ignoring this so she can pull up another notebook. Okay, so on letter 37, did you make a typo on the 4th line, or is the word supposed to be cactus?
No. That was about Cactus. That was about Cactus. Yeah. You haven't met Cactus. She's met Cactus. You guys haven't met Cactus.
But when you scan the meter of the rhyme that it's part of, when you pair it with the other journals in the odd number, it doesn't fit. Why did you do this? Is this a skip beat pattern?
I think.
Oh, no. I just couldn't make Cactus work, so I just sort of wrote it in there. You know, kind of just sort of jammed it all together. I mean, if you pronounce it like Cactus, it kind of fits if you really hit the T.
Really
Sybil's gonna
really
turn
bad.
to B and just be like, I know the child said we could come, but I'm so sorry, and can they stay outside?
I would love if they stayed outside, but something tells me that they fortunately need to be here.
Oh shit! While you're looking at the bodies, look for temporal residue. Temporal residue. That's going to be important.
I think I know what to look for.
Okay. I also feel like, Sybil, this is a moment where you're looking at the taped out section and, like, you know, it might be worth it to slip B like 100 to let you stand somewhere else.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'll move that block a little. Yeah, and I will start. I wouldn't bring out all of the bodies. I would go and just do one at a time for sure.
Okay. So the body you pull out, walk me through what this process looks like.
Okay, so, I mean, I will take them out of the loading area of the fridge and roll them onto an examination table.
Mm-hmm.
Covered for a white sheet, but I'll pull the face down, and then I'll just start with a good old regular examination.
I'm trusting that you know what that means. I don't know what that means.
I head to toe, I'll look over the body just generally to see if I know anything, like, immediately. Kind of like catalog all of the notes that I have. And then once I've gotten the outside, then I'll start putting inside. Thing, your organs, look for any weird shiz beyond.
Sure. You notice two things. I'm gonna go to a private chat. It's exciting, right?
Simply related to that, since Bernie is allowed to be in the room watching this, I'd like to use my careful observation skill to look at the outside of the body, and then maybe I can pick up on this or something additional.
Sorry, read that one more time.
I'd like to use my careful observation skill to look at the outside of the body while the examination is happening.
Okay.
I'm also trained in forensics, so I would also like to make note of anything that I see as this process is going.
I'm just happy to be here.
In that case, well, I will say everybody notice it except Stan. You see on the body's chest what kind of looks like a tattoo?
That's a piece of...
That's
This is
not
what
right.
the tattoo looks like? That's a really weird tattoo.
Yeah, like bled through the skin, kind of across the chest.
This.
Mm-hmm.
What an interesting stylistic choice this person has made with that tattoo that they definitely had done.
And Alex,
Yes.
I am going to message you this.
Perfect.
You notice a...
You notice a cut under the body's jaw.
There we go. So you have this tattoo and what B has just noticed.
Interesting. Length? Small, large?
Once you investigate it, if you follow it, you don't immediately find an end.
Oh, shit. If I'm, like, turning the body and...
This skin doesn't belong to this body.
Ooh.
It's not actually attached.
Ooh. Neat. I love that. Right.
Give me an intellect roll. 18?
The tattoo is not a tattoo in the strictest sense. It is bleeding through from the inside.
And that's probably also confirmed when I... Oh, shit. It gets worse.
Oh, good. Would I have access to a database from the Institute?
Yeah.
Alright.
Not a very good one.
Uh-huh.
So, what are you looking for?
I think looking at the tattoo on the body, I think Sybil would want to pull up anything she can about the Rain family. I feel like in the past she's probably just handed any of Stan's letters off to Bernie and not paid attention.
Sure.
But now she has a reason to pay attention.
Sure. Give me an intellect roll.
Okay. Would this be identifying or researching? Because I am trained in those.
Yeah.
Okay. That was almost a nat 20, but an 8.
An 8. Based on Bernie's notes, sure, a little bit in their own code. Mm-hmm. Stan's family has been in Monument Peak for generations. His father was the sheriff, and his grandfather was the town preacher. The church was the Aspasia Coffee House and Salon was their grandfather's church when he was town preacher, and it seems that basically every time some craziness has happened in this area, there has been a member of the Rain family at least present. Although you don't, on an 8, you don't find really any anything definitive.
Oh gosh. That's a glance over at Stan and is just having a moment. She'll finish.
When you look at him, he just mouths at you, temporal residue.
She'll finish just the examination up to that point. I don't know if she'll discover anything else besides this, but just to check all the boxes. Match things to dental records. The fingerprints have already been taken. But she'll look back towards the group and say, this is going to get a little weird. What happens in this room stays in this room.
All right.
You hear a quack of confirmation.
Thank you, Doug. And she is going to close her eyes and put her hands on the chest and cast Speak with Death.
All of the duck stuff, this is the first actual confirmation that Sybil has had that the duck is actually supernatural.
He's
Yes.
gentle so far. Question the spirits. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You summon the spirit.
Perfect. I kind of imagine just kind of like almost green mist just pouring a little bit from the body.
Okay.
Eyes go just like a luminescent green, and the body mirrors that, and the form just kind of sits up a little bit, like just partway, a little bit away from the body.
The eyes light up?
Yeah.
Or I should say, the eyes normally light up. In this case, they do not.
Okay. No.
For reasons.
Sure. And then I will ask.
Cassie?
Do Bernie and I take a point of stress or something because this is a supernatural event?
Yeah?
Dang it.
What a good student asking if we have homework over the break.
Just one?
Character.
There's a fucking question. I mean, the first supernatural thing you've seen is a dead body sit up. I'm gonna say 3 points of stress.
Awesome.
Okay.
So that's
And then-
one level of stress?
That's one level of stress.
Cool.
So I touch the body and close my eyes for a second, and then ask. Tell me, what is your name?
It's this, the swirling of the green light, and it is a rasping voice that responds with, Kevin Lee. So yeah, it's, I will say it's not that this means anything to anybody else, this is horrifying in and of itself, except for Stan. Like, Stan's just watching this like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Bernie and... You probably noticed that Bernie and Sybil are not handling this well.
Isn't bad.
I mean, it's a pretty. I mean, it's a reanimation, right? Like, you guys have seen this before.
No, we haven't.
Oh, really? Do they not usually have you on this beat? Oh, shoot. Sorry. I'll keep it down. No. So what she's doing is she's bringing the spirits back, right? But there's a little bit of motion left in the body. They kind of, like, it can be a little abrupt. It's kind of like a, but it's not, normally, I think, from what I've read, normally they do kind of a green-eyed thing. I don't know why they're not doing that this time. But, like, she's currently in communication with the other side.
Makes note, this shit's normal.
Tell me, Kevin, how did you die?
He took my skin.
Who is he?
Skin. And this is normally when the... So what does it look like when the spirit normally fades?
I
After
think
the
it's
three
just-
questions.
Just a long exhale, and then it floats back down, and the green kind of vanishes.
That begins to happen, and the body snaps out and grabs you by the wrist.
Yep, I can help you with buddy.
I'm gonna turn to the Eidolon folks. Like, now that doesn't usually happen.
I'll make note of that.
So everybody else, what you watch is the hand snaps out and grabs, and it's the weirdest thing, because everything kind of shifts, like, well, the skin kind of pulls and shifts from the hand that is, like, gripped B, and you hear one last phrase.
He's not dead.
Oh my god.
He hid it on the inside.
And before that fades away, I'll grab his hand and I will say thank you.
And it kind of goes slack in the way that a corpse, as much as a corpse's hand can, and then like settles back. And it kind of, the face looks a little wrong, like things were stretched. I will also say, actually, it grabbing you by the hand, I'll say take an XP, and give an XP to somebody else.
I will give it to Sybil, since you seem a little stressed.
Just a little stressed. That's fine.
She's been interacting with Stan all day, so
Yeah, that's why.
A blessing to you. This turned into a bigger issue than I thought this was. I don't think there were 5 victims. Might have 10.
What? Where are the
Oh,
other
that's
5?
interesting. That's interesting. Like, spaced out across a distance or time, or?
Hey?
I am saying that this body is 2, almost. This is not the flesh he was born in.
Interesting. Interesting. Where were they found? There's Crimson Hill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I gotta get back to the studio.
You should do that.
The skin, then. How did they get in the skin? Why are they in the wrong skin? Why are they in the wrong skin? Sybil, does this normally happen? Why are they in the wrong skin?
I don't know.
It's gotta be looking for something. It's trying to... One entity did this?
One entity skinned him, as far as we know.
Okay.
But
So maybe it's looking... Maybe it's looking for the right skin. It's trying different suits on it. It's seeing which one fits.
But then
Horrifying
like the
thought in
words
its
you're
own.
saying.
Well, this is the thing, right? Is you gotta understand these things. Everything wants something. It's never just, damage for damage's sake. They're always looking for something. You gotta figure out how to placate that, or at the very least how to direct it right. Like this is the mission. This is the job.
Two things. B, do you look at the other bodies?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if we want to go through that as a group, but the same for all of them.
Oh, you're gonna speak to all of them.
I'll speak to at least one other, and then
Okay.
there's new information. The others.
Give me an intellect roll, kind of a perception or investigation, basically.
Right. 12.
12. Okay.
Use XP to reroll.
Also, do you have any skills that could be relevant in this endeavor? Let's see.
I mean, they're mostly combat.
I have marked down that you are skilled in listening, hearing, and engineering.
Oh, yes.
I guess you could make an argument that this is, would you make an argument that this is listening?
Would, because I'm listening inside.
Sure.
In that case, I think as we were walking, like the group, as we were kind of like walking down into the prep area, kind of like past the crematorium and that area. But there is a wall of like hexagonal, almost like tablets for everyone that was like that I've cremated that has like a personal item of theirs on it as like a family memoriam.
Oh.
I have saved for that reason.
I see. Okay.
I'm rebuilding.
Okay.
20?
Hell yeah. What do you want to know?
Shit, what do I want to know? I didn't think about that. I think of what's going to give me the most information.
I will say that on a nat 20, you get to ask double the questions.
Oh. Okay.
So when you were doing that, Stan. Hi. How's it going? Stan.
Just another day in the neighborhood.
Just another day in the neighborhood. As B is doing this, Stan gets a good look at that tattoo on the chest. I don't know if Stan has looked at it.
I mean, he's glanced at it. He's more interested in, well, he's been sort of trying to keep the Eidolon folks calm and whispering temporal resonance over and over again.
Stan, if you can click on that image I sent. And that text on the far right, or the farthest right.
Well, that would be my father's name over there.
Did Stan catch that?
I think he did. I think he's waiting. He's letting people do their work for now. He'll bring this up when we're doing the post-mortem.
The debrief.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I would still love to ask what their name is.
Okay. Let's see. This Simon Chismar.
Chismar? Then I will ask, does he look the same as the others?
Simon?
Yeah.
So what you notice on a nat 20, I'll just kind of lay it all out. You're not sure. It's not immediately obvious what killed Kevin Lee. The other bodies have all been stabbed. The other bodies have all been killed with a knife. And so the first one you went to was not killed with a knife, but was wearing somebody else's skin. All the other bodies were killed with a knife, some of them in a state of being skinned.
Partial skin, okay.
As you speak to whichever spirits you'd like on that nat 20, they all believe that Kevin killed them.
Believe that Kevin killed them?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I will ask... Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, go ahead.
Just to verify that they were all killed at Crimson Hollow? Were they moved?
Yes, they were all killed in Crimson Hill.
Crimson Hill, okay.
So, on that nat 20, I will say, the name you were given of who killed Kevin Lee was Skin Tom.
Tom, right. I will also ask, what brought them to Crimson Hill?
Tourist.
Motherfuckers.
Spooky, ooky shit. Wanted to see a ghost.
I will pull out a black little notebook to jot that down in with their name, close that, back in.
Okay.
Then for my last question for the nat 20, I will ask if they know who Skim Tom is.
Nope.
Then I want to go back to Kevin.
Okay.
The skin away, touch the other body, and try again.
You can.
That's not the spirit I want to summon.
Yeah. You touch exposed muscles and cast your spell, which summons spirits.
Yeah?
Yeah, all right. What kind of tools does someone have set up for an autopsy?
Scalpels, bone breakers, all the sharp and...
Bone saws, all that
The bone saw is ready.
Give me a speed defense roll.
Awesome.
You're trying to beat, well, tell me what you got.
It's a 3.
Okay, everybody watches as B returns to the body, pulls the skin away like it's clothing, touches muscle underneath, and that green smoke comes again. And this time, unlike before, the eyes do light up for half a second before the body grabs a knife and sticks it in B's side.
Can I try and restrain the body when it grabs the knife?
You are on the far side of the room in a taped-off box.
Well, the tape's not going to stop me. I would like to try and make a lunge for it if I can, even if it's kind of hopeless. I'll try for the nat 20.
I will say, B, you take 4 points of damage.
I have armor.
You have armor. Cool.
So it would be the 3.
Yeah. Everybody roll initiative.
As he was popping up, I would say in Tom, I presume, as a question.
In the flesh.
Love me some confirmation.
And
19.
Oh shit.
I have an 8.
Okay.
I have an 11, but I have an ended ability, so I also have an 8.
Okay.
I got 10.
Stan, you get to make that lunge.
I'm gonna make that lunge.
Make that lunge.
Make that lunge. 6.
Skin Tom smacks you.
It tracks.
He's still wearing skin, but it's not right. It's very clear that this skinless man is wearing skin as he leaps off the autopsy table, armed with a scalpel and a bone crusher. Great. Cool. So that's Skin Tom's turn. Let's see. Yeah, he's just going to take a swing at... I need speed defense rolls from B and from Stan.
20 again.
19.
Okay, both of you managed to, out of the way as both weapons kind of go flying. Easy peasy. He's stumbling. He's kind of punch drunk. He's cursing at you under his breath. You hear a very definitive, well, shit. That brings us to Sybil.
I'm assuming I'm probably taking some more stress points because shit's happening.
Yeah.
How much from corpse sits up and stabs person?
Let's see. 3 points of stress is experiencing something that challenges your entire outlook on reality.
I feel like that was probably just a corpse sitting up.
Yeah. Let's see. So 2 points of stress is experiencing something that you would have believed impossible, seeing a reflection in a mirror of something not in the room, or hearing your name whispered in the darkness. Seeing a supernatural event or creature up close.
Sure.
Coming upon a gruesomely mutilated corpse, watching someone you care about get seriously injured, falling down the stairs.
Falling down the stairs.
Still mad about that one.
I love it. Getting cut along your cheek and getting a hard punch to your stomach or face. 3 points is experiencing something that challenges your entire outlook on reality. A portal opens to another universe, an entire house disappears before your eyes, or a corpse gets up and walks.
So...
You tell me. In your heart of hearts.
My heart of hearts feels like another whole level of stress, because,
Yeah.
spooky stuff was happening, but I didn't expect it to get off the table and stab someone.
Yeah.
So, that's exciting. Oh god. I am going to move as far away from the thing as I can. Yep.
I mean, I think there's a door in this room. You could just head on back out to the street if you wanted.
I'm out.
That brings us to Bernie and B, who have the same initiative. If you guys want to roll these or, decide what you're going to do.
I'm done for rollies.
Okay. 13 for me.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
For you.
B.
Yeah. Still trying to ask questions. Dan, Tom.
I will say, with the last of that nat 20 you got before, you understand what's just happened. Normally, when you summon a spirit to ask it questions, you summon the spirit back into the body, and then when you're done, it leaves again. Skin Tom... If Skin Tom is killed, he later awakens. You just sped up the process of summoning his spirit back into his body, at which point it's perfectly at home and is not really functioning like the ones you normally question. I think also your questions it can refuse to answer.
Yeah, I still gonna try to be persuasive about it. As
Sure. What question?
I will ask, who summoned you in the first place, Skim Tom, as I take a punch at him.
Okay.
Intimidating.
Give me an attack roll.
18.
What, teen?
18.
18. All right. That does extra damage.
Sweet.
I
have Iron Fist, which means my unarmed counts as medium weapons. So it would count as 4 points of damage.
And an extra 2. Or a minor effect.
I rolled an 18 out of 19.
Oh.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Right, okay. You are correct. You get the damage bonus. On a 19, you get the major effect or the damage bonus. Gotcha. I know what I'm doing. So you take that attack. And you say, who summoned you?
Who summoned you in the first place?
What kind of fucking question if my mama summoned me?
Damn it.
And don't you be saying anything bad about my mama. Also,
Sure,
ow! God damn! Okay. 15. And that was 6 damage?
8. 6.
Alright. Okay. That brings us to the end of your turn. Bernie.
Yeah, well, I assume that just like Sybil, I'm going to take some stress because this is hecked up.
You are now at 2 levels of stress.
Cool. And
So
I
6.
assume...
6 points of stress, 2 levels.
Okay, thank you. Cool. Lovely. Delightful. Bernie's going to yell, "What's the protocol here?" And then look and see that the door is swinging shut behind Sybil and go, "Oh," and also book it. With her fleet of foot special ability to travel short distance instead of immediate distance.
Okay. So not taking any action, just booking it?
If she had something in her... I would love it if she did somehow get the duck in her hand to check at it. If the duck is not cooperating. If there's anything convenient...
The duck was with the kid. Speaking of, during this whole thing, Fetch is just sitting on, like, gurney. His legs are just kind of kicking.
Classic Fetch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me an improvised attack. Basically, it'll do 2 damage.
It's a 4. It doesn't do 2 damage.
Okay. And you book it out the door.
Yep, and probably overtake Sybil.
Probably. Stan, that brings us back to you.
So Stan's going to first take a quick glance to see if there are any weapons handy. Like if there's anything left on the table.
Yeah. Probably several scalpels and saws.
All right. He's going to grab a scalpel in each hand then and look at Skin Tom and attempt to bewitch him. I believe it's an auto pass. While talking, you grab and keep another creature's attention. Even the creature can't understand you. For as long as you do nothing but speak, you can't even move. The other creature takes no actions other than to defend itself, even over multiple rounds. If the creature is attacked, the effect ends. Action.
So you would have to roll against him.
Okay, cool.
It breaks if someone attacks him.
Yeah.
Yep. So rolling intellect.
Yep.
Just one in. All right, I'm going to put a level of effort into that.
Okay.
Which is still not going to pass. That's a 4.
Okay. Yeah. What do you say to try and catch Skin Tom's attention?
Hey, bud. Hey. Let's put the stuff down here real quick. We can talk this one out.
Go fuck yourself.
Right.
Piece of shit. You have a slight flashback to, this feels like talking to cactus knots.
Yeah, they make them in exactly one type in this town. Alright, well, seeing that's not going to work, I'm going to turn to B and sort of look at the scalpels and go, alright, plan B.
So that brings us to Skin Tom's turn. How many exits are there from this room?
Just one, because...
Would there be one to the loading dock?
Would be one to the loading dock, but it's usually locked after the bodies are brought in. So there's like a loading dock with a slide door.
No other exit? No windows?
I mean, there's the door behind us through the funeral home that goes out the front door. It's just probably the closest exit.
Oh, that's the closest exit?
Probably.
Oh, well, in that case, he follows Bernie and Sybil.
Stop him.
Alex, do you have a D4 on you?
I surely do.
1? He grabs Simon Chismar's body and books it.
No, we gotta stop him.
As he books it past you guys, he body checks Sybil, who I think takes 1 more point of stress.
Awesome.
And he just goes, it's not an attack, but he goes, out of my fucking way!
Yup.
He and Bernie, get to the door at the same time. And I think he just hucks the body through the window. And leaps after it. That brings us to Sybil.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about this. I'm going to hide behind something.
Okay. Give me a speed roll for stealth.
Okay. Nat 1, baby!
You take 1 point of stress slipping in some glass.
Is on faith. That's important. That's so stressful.
B.
Yep. I mean, I go after him.
Yeah, sure.
I will run after.
You can also you can take the door. You can just get out of the place.
Oh, I will try to catch up to him. I will follow through the window if I can.
Okay. So you do see as you leap out, you see you know how a person looks when their like overalls are kind of down? Mm-hmm. Now imagine that but for skin flopping behind, and so you see just a pure a man of muscle snap back to look at you as he's kind of like shedding Kevin Lee's skin. Behind him on the sidewalk you see, holding 2 cups of coffee, this is the sheriff.
I'm gonna explain everything, and I'm gonna take a knife and I want to throw it at his legs to see if I can trip him.
So I believe, do you have fleet of foot?
I don't have fleet of foot, no.
So you cannot take an action this turn.
Okay. And that's
so you get free action. This isn't what it looks like, I swear.
Yep.
Bernie.
Yeah. Well, so she's standing next to the halfway skinned man looking at the corpse that was just thrown through the window. She panics and defaults to, hey, that's evidence, and is going to leap on top of the corpse to try to catch it. Not the running corpse, but the one that was thrown through the window.
Give me a might roll.
I would like to use a level of effort here.
Okay.
16 plus 3 is 19.
Heck
Okay.
yeah.
Everyone who can watch this sees a tug of war between a half-skinned corpse, this young woman, and the body that they're fighting over before, Bernie, you pull the body free and it collapses into your arms and you fall back and it lands on top of you.
I'd like to take another 2 points of stress.
Cool.
Go, Bernie.
You take 2 points of stress.
Yeah.
That brings us to Stan.
All right. So from where I'm standing, can I still see Tom?
Last turn you were still inside, so I think you have to go through a door to get to the lobby and then a door to get outside.
Gotcha. Okay. I will go as far as I can. Can I still make an action, or is it too far for that?
Unless you have, it's too far.
Yeah, I don't have fleet-footed. Okay. Yeah, I'll walk in his general direction.
Cool.
Maybe shout at the sheriff to do something. Get him.
You rolled a nat 1, right, Sybil?
Yeah, for sure I did.
Okay. Having lost the body, being tangled in the skin he's been wearing, I'm gonna need you to take another level of stress when Skin Tom launches Kevin Lee's skin through the window at your face and runs.
Ah, damn it. How you doing?
Bad.
Sybil, that brings us to your turn.
Awesome.
So you have Kevin's skin.
Cool. I'm gonna just take that off. And
Wanna put it on?
I think because she's kind of in shock, she's just gonna kind of fold it and put it to the side. And just sit there.
I don't know if this makes it better or worse that there is no blood.
Okay, that's probably better. She's still gonna, like, scrub off her skin in the shower tonight, but, like, she doesn't have stains on her clothes. That's good.
What, Beatrice, B.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I mean, I don't think unless I can I catch up to him, or is he just that much faster than me?
I'll say this. Have an XP.
Okay.
Give an XP to somebody else.
I will give it to Benny for getting the body.
Yeah, Skin Tom is gone.
All right, you win some, you lose some. What do we know about this?
Fetch walks up to Sybil, places a hand on your, like, forearm, and points at the skin.
Yeah.
Reaches inside. He pulls out, folds it over, and on the inside of what was the chest.
Oh, hey, it's for Stan.
Stanford Rain, I pray to Grandpa's God that you're reading this. Hell, I'll pray to anyone who's listening that anybody's reading this. Maybe it's not too late. If it is you, boy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, son. What's coming is bad. Your mother knew. She tried to tell me. All art is trying to answer one question. What does it mean to be human? To be human carries power, and therefore art carries power as well. Art bleeds. It bleeds from one world to the next, shaping reality as it goes, spreading from person to person like ink spilled in water. But what does that question matter in a universe filled with gods of a world crawling with monsters? What even is the difference? If you look back far enough, gods and monsters, they're the same. They both reveal and they both warn. If there is a difference, it's this. Gods define boundaries and monsters break them. So the real question you should be asking is this. Which side of that boundary are you on? I knew it was all connected. It's all somehow connected. It's all connected. He's alive and he's telling me things. Fascinating. All of this is just fascinating.
Sheriff Estevez walks up, looks Beatrice in the eyes, and says, "What the fuck was that?" And that's where we'll end.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Nice.
The woods of the Markagung Plateau buzzed around the woman and her raccoon as she delved deeper into their depths. 5 dead campers in Crimson Hill. Just like before, just like in her nightmares. For years she told herself that's all they were. Nightmares. Bella knelt and scanned the ground. It hadn't been hard to follow the trail from the ghost town to its source here, near Bootleg Cavern. She brushed aside some dirt, and a human footprint, saturated in blood, stared back at her. No question. The killer had come from here. The raccoon on her shoulder tensed and uttered a low growl. "Lily? What is it?" She stood and saw nothing but dense undergrowth. Still, her karambit found its way to her grip with practiced ease. These woods might have been like a second home to her, but there were still black bears, and mountain lions to be wary of. Bella turned, and Skin Tom grinned back at her. Well, howdy, darlin'.